What's going on, everyone? In today's BookMine Academy video, both Victor Gallegos and I are going to talk about whether or not you can use an Amazon Prime subscription to buy books on Amazon to resell them on Amazon. A lot of people ask this question all the time, and we're going to get all into the meat and potatoes. But before we do that, what's going on, Victor?
Joji, what's up, man? Another great video. Tons of people ask us this question. This should actually be our first video. We get this asked like every day. So yeah, let's get into it.
Let's get into it. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. Let's go. All right, everybody. So we're over here on BookMine. I'm just looking at the first page. We've looked, we basically have 4,000 books to look at on the feed. And these two back to back just look really great to me. The current use price of both of these books is well below what the book has been selling for in the past. So this first book here looks like it's a racing book, Victor. It's currently priced at under $20 with free shipping. And it looks like it has sales in the high 30s, or actually the high 40s, getting up to $50. Yep. And then this book here is a Transformers book. It's sitting down here right around $17.66, and it looks like it's had sales in the $50 range. So those are both books that we want to look at. But again, the purpose of this video is, can you buy, books with the Amazon Prime subscription? So let's start by saying, okay, well, actually right now on the account that I'm on, Victor, my customer account, I actually have Amazon Prime. And the reason why I have Amazon Prime is because my wife and I use Amazon to get products shipped to us that we need for the house, and we want them in 2 days, right?
Yep. Same thing with me. Yep.
Yeah, same thing with you, right? Mm-hmm. So Amazon Prime subscription, right, gives you 2 days free shipping. And I think the first really important thing to mention, Victor, is in what percentage of cases are we buying books from Prime eligible sellers versus non-Prime eligible sellers, which are just fulfillment by merchant sellers?
Yeah, this is a good data point. I think most of our books are not from Prime sellers. Maybe up 95% of the books we purchase are not from Prime sellers because they tend not to be the lowest priced sellers. And what we're trying to do here is buy low. And usually the person who has the lowest price is not a Prime seller. So we're already doing what's required here. We are buying from not Prime sellers.
Yeah. So again, that statistic rings true for me. About 95% of the time, 95 out of every 100 books that I'm buying come from an FBM seller. Mm-hmm. And so an FBM seller is simply somebody who is holding the book at their own warehouse or at their own house, and they're going to ship it to me, fulfilled by the merchant, and the merchant being them. In other words, it doesn't matter, Victor, right? If I have a Prime subscription, why does it not matter if I use my Amazon account that has a Prime subscription to buy a book from an FBM seller? Why does it not matter at all?
Yeah, because in that specific case, you're not using any Prime benefits, right? There's nothing you're getting added benefit because you're a Prime buyer to get these books. They're not giving you a discount in shipping. They're not giving you a discount on the book or anything like that. You're paying it as is.
Yeah, you're paying it as is. And the most important thing is that the book is located at the merchant's house. The book is not at an Amazon warehouse. Right. It's not fulfilled by Amazon. The only way you can get 2-day free shipping is if the book or if the product's at an Amazon warehouse and Amazon's fulfilling it. But again, in 95 out of 100 cases, when we're buying books, they're from FBM sellers who are fulfilling it themselves. That makes no difference at all if you have a Prime membership, because there's no possibility to get 2-day free shipping because it's not at an Amazon warehouse. So I really hope that makes sense. So, Victor, how would somebody know whether or not the book they want to buy, for example, this book, which we would want to buy, how do we know that this book is not an FBA seller?
The dead giveaway is it doesn't say fulfilled by Amazon, right? So when it says shipped from, that's how we'll know. When it says an actual seller's name on that's how you know that that's fulfilled by somebody else, not by Amazon. Another good giveaway is when they actually charge shipping at $3.99. $3.99 usually is what merchant fulfilled sellers sell their books for. Yeah, some sellers can sell it for free shipping, but then the next giveaway would be who's actually, when it says ship to buy, is what you need to hone into.
Ships from, and also if it's from a Prime seller, you also would see a little Prime check mark. Let me give you guys a good example. For example, if we look at this Bible, which we'll look here at a second, you actually see that this says free delivery on order shipped by Amazon over 31. But here actually is what you should look at. It says ships from Amazon.com. Right. So that's an Amazon FBA offer. And you could also go to the filter and just check the Prime button, and it'll tell you, right? Ships from Amazon, ships from Amazon. Okay. So this particular book that we would want to buy, I can be on my Amazon Prime customer account and I can buy this book because there's no way that my Prime subscription helps me in any way. So I'm good to buy that. And I'll tell you, everyone out there, that the overwhelming majority of books I buy, I just buy on my personal Amazon account that has a Prime subscription because of the fact that it doesn't matter. If we go over to this Transformer Vault book as well, that looked to be very good as well, and we look at the offers here, Victor, one of these lower offers that we would want to buy are any of these FBA sellers.
Yeah, I mean the same thing here, right? Ships from and then the individual name of that company. So as long as it's an individual name of a company, all those you can purchase. So all these are merchant fulfilled sellers.
Yep. So again, it doesn't matter if you have a Prime subscription because you can't. The book's not at an Amazon FBA warehouse. You're not going to get 2-day free shipping. Okay. So I hope that really makes sense. In 95% of cases, it doesn't matter because you're buying from an FBA seller because that's generally going to be the cheapest price. However, you will run into cases with BookMine that the lowest price is actually going to be an FBA offer. And so, for example, if we look at this MacArthur Study Bible book, you can actually see it just dropped in price from $35 down to $23. And its most recent clusters of sales were basically in the 40s and even some in the 70s there. Mm-hmm. Over the last 3,700 days, this book really has held some pretty high intrinsic value and has multiple sales in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. So this would be a book that I would purchase. But when I come to the actual listing here, notice that, what do you notice, Victor?
So the lowest seller ends up being somebody who has Prime, right? Right. So it ships from Amazon. So that's somebody who's doing FBA. And in our particular case, you can't purchase that book with your Prime benefits. And so you're probably going to have to do it in another way to get that to get that book shipped to you.
Absolutely. In other words, if I were to purchase this book on my personal Amazon account, which has Prime membership, and then I selected 2-day free shipping to get it set to my Prime Center or my house, that would actually violate Amazon's terms of service because then we're using our Prime subscription to exploit the shipping speed because this particular book happens to be offered via FBA, fulfilled by Amazon. So in that case, which again is about 5% of the cases, right? So in most of the cases, this isn't even relevant. But in 5% of cases, when we want to buy that Prime book, what do we actually then have to do, Victor?
Either have a business account, so you can set up a business account with Amazon, or have a secondary account that you have, say, your wife, or you just create a second account that doesn't have Prime benefits, and then purchase that book off that account.
Yeah, absolutely. If you, let's say, use your spouse's Amazon account and they don't have Prime, then there's no way you can take advantage of Prime benefits, because you don't have Prime, right? You're going to have to pay for shipping. Or, like Victor mentioned, and this is what I do, is I made a non-Prime business account. So that means I open up a business account that doesn't have a Prime membership, which means that if I add this to cart, I'm actually going to have to pay shipping on it. Now, the major tip here, though, Victor, is what if you could go ahead and read this for us? What's going to happen here if we can add more than just, let's say, one book?
Yeah, so orders shipped by Amazon of over $35 have free shipping. Right. So if we can make it to $35, if our cart can be $35 or more, we get free shipping off of this. So I tend to save these types of books, right? Where the book isn't already over $35, I'll either leave it in my cart or save the book. Because when I find another book like this and get the two books together to $35, then I'll go ahead and ship it off to myself.
Yeah, absolutely. Otherwise, this book, you'd be paying $23 plus probably like $6 or $7 shipping that you'd be paying Amazon. And there's no reason for that. Again, if you can get the cart value over $35, then you'll qualify for free standard non-Prime shipping, which means you'll get the book probably
5 to 7 days.
Yeah, something like that. So not 2 days, right? So we really hope that cleared it up. I mean, Victor, is there anything else that you think we really need to talk about here when it comes to violating Amazon terms of service? Amazon. I mean, we can start by saying, can you buy books on Amazon to resell on Amazon? Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. Everyone. Yes, that's definitely within their terms of service.
We've sold, both of us combined, tens of thousands of books.
Just this exact way. Buying on Amazon, selling back on Amazon. Yeah, because a lot of people do worry about that. Also, we get people who ask us like, oh my gosh, I didn't know about this one. I bought one book. That way. And I try to tell them like, okay, with one book, I think you're fine, right? Yeah. It's something where you like have you're consistently doing this. Amazon will catch you one of these days and will like suspend your account. So if you have a one-off, that I think you'll be fine. But anything more than that, I think, do it this other way.
Analogy for you is like texting and driving. It's like everyone knows it's illegal to text when you drive, but are you really going to get caught if you text and drive? It's unlikely, but people do get caught texting and driving. So it's kind of like, if you just, send one text real quick and that's the only time you've ever done it, then the likelihood that at that 1 second in your entire driving history that there happened to be a cop there, I mean, it's just really low. But if you got, somebody over here just nonstop text the whole time, well, guess what? If you're buying
going to
books
get
with
caught.
a Prime subscription, I should say this, if you're buying FBA books with a Prime subscription all the time, consistently over 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 1 year, eventually it's going to catch up to you. And it also could not, I don't know, but it's clearly stated in the terms of service. So let's recap. In 95% of cases, it does not matter. Why, Victor?
Because we're buying from merchant fulfilled sellers. So when people ask us this, most of the time it's like, okay, this is almost a non-issue. Like, are you buying from Prime sellers anyway? And most of the time they're like, no. So, okay, yeah. So you shouldn't even be worried about this.
Yeah. Good. Yeah. So that's the first thing. If you do want to buy a Prime eligible book because it comes from an FBA seller, hop onto a non-Prime business account or to a spouse's account.
Yeah.
Purchase it there. Kudos points if you can get over $35 to get free shipping. Now, if the deal is that amazing, where it's like paying $23 plus $7 shipping is still an amazing deal, then you should just buy it and pay shipping, even if you don't have the extra amount to get to $35 because it's going to be gone. Right. If it's that amazing.
And sometimes that happens where it's like, oh my gosh, this book is $10 and it normally goes for like $80. Yeah, I'm willing to eat the $6 of shipping to get this book to me. So that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So we hope this was a good addition to the BookMine Academy. Make sure you continue watching the other videos in the BookMine Academy. Make sure you guys grab a free trial of BookMine down below, 10-day trial, and let us know what you think. So with that said, see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
Guys.